What a better way. What better way to eat a cookie but for it to look like Domokun and the Rebel Alliance logo. That's right, we've made some custom cookie cutters this month on FabBlab.
FabLab, episode 15, Cookie Cutter. It's Thursday, September 1st, 2011. C is for cookie. Boy, that was a very short...
That was weird. What happened?
I don't know. I think I clicked the wrong button. I don't know.
Anyway.
But it paused.
So, happy September 1st, Jacob. Today is the official first day of meteorological fall. Even though it's still 100 degrees outside. But, you know, whatever.
100 degrees inside your mouth.
Yeah. 98,
I don't even know what that means.
Like that.
But yeah, so... If you guys haven't noticed by the songs and the title and the bag of cookies sitting on the desk with a wounded Domo.
Oh, no.
He lost a limb. Oh, no.
On the transport over.
Yeah. This month, yes, you heard us right. This month's FabLab episode, we are now monthly show. So there's that. This month's episode of FabLab is Cookie Cutter.
Yes.
We had previously, we're going to do this previous, but we weren't able to do a show.
Right, yeah, we've had them for, or you've had them for...
Yeah,
what?
it was something like, we were going to do them, and maybe you weren't able to do it, or I wasn't, or we didn't get them enough time. I don't know what it was.
What? I think it was that we didn't, I don't know, it doesn't matter anyway.
But, hey, here it is. Cookie cutters.
Yes.
3D printed cookie cutters, by the way. But first, let's head on over to, close that. Head on over to the blog post. And you can get to there by going to blog.ponoko.com and search for FabLab in that little sidebar over there.
Yes.
We have Cookie Cutter. Right there you can get the project files. There's links everywhere. There's like 3 different links to get the project files.
Just click on a link.
Just click on one of them. You more than likely either see the material that we used or the showroom, which the showroom looks a little something like this.
Oh, yes.
With some pictures of homemade cookie.
Now, am I wrong, or is that on your countertop, or is that on your cutting board, like your vinyl cutting?
That's on my countertop.
Wow.
I did not put it on my cutting board because that would get kind of messy.
That would have been kind of weird, you know?
But I actually purchased this little cutting mat
that's what that
from
is. Okay.
Walmart, which, you know, a lot of our viewers are foreign, and they probably don't have a Walmart. So...
big box store.
Yeah.
Something.
But, you know, it's pretty cool. And the roller is also a Paula Deen roller.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes
so you know
better.
It has a fat lard core in the middle. Make it extra special.
Oh.
But we have this was the last batch, which was the best one because I finally figured out how to do it all. But you can see some pictures on there of the different cookie cutters, which one is a Domo and the other one is the Rebel Alliance logo off of Star Wars.
Yes.
And if George Lucas decides to sue us, oh well. I suggest that you guys don't make maybe trademark logos. I don't know if it's trademark or not. I don't know. I didn't really bother to check, but there's that.
That was weird.
Yeah, I got it kind of slow. I don't know why.
So it is made out of the 3D printed durable plastic. And you know, we haven't made too many 3D printed projects lately, have we?
Wait, what?
We haven't done too many 3D printed projects.
And
lately?
One of the reasons, because we haven't done 3D projects, was we were kind of in like a limbo with
and plus we had
getting
cardboard
behind and
month
stuff.
too.
And we had cardboard a month, so there was a whole month.
Yeah.
And I think the project before that was 3D printed. So,
yeah.
I mean...
This seems like a long time.
The 3D printed stuff takes about almost 5 more days more longer than laser cut stuff, just because of the process they have to use. But we used the, which you can see that's on the blog post, we used the 3D printed durable plastic, which is a white nylon-based plastic, and works out pretty well. I designed these in Inventor, but you can design the same thing in any kind of 3D modeling program. There's some free ones out there. OpenSCAD is one that we like to always reference. And there's also AutoCAD 123D.
Yeah, if you want to do it like that.
Or Autodesk 123D. That one works out really well because it's pretty much just like Inventor. It's just free. They don't have all the features, but you can pretty much do almost everything you can do in Inventor with AutoCAD 123D.
Which is awesome.
So, yeah, check that out. Yeah, I mean, what we ended up doing, what I ended up getting was, I tried to make the cookies before.
Yeah.
And I used like a drop-based cookie dough. Like, you know, where you're like, take the spoon out and throw it on there and it just melts down when it cooks.
Okay, so you did.
It was too soft.
Did you? So you put the cookie cutter down first and then formed it?
I
Okay.
cut it. I kind of smushed it out and then cut it. But the dough was just so like, whoa. You're like, how am I supposed to even use this? Now I probably could have chilled it more and it probably would have became thicker.
Yeah.
And then I figured out that if you freeze the cookies after you put them on the cookie sheet,
before you cook them,
okay, you stick the cookie sheet back in the oven. And this is just standard cooking 101.
Oh, okay.
I guess apparently I'm stupid. You stick the cookie sheet back in the freezer for like 10 minutes. Then you put it in the oven like 350 Fahrenheit for 15 minutes. And you end up getting, I think that's like 170 Celsius or something like that.
Sure.
17, I don't know. Whatever.
17 degrees Celsius.
But, and I put them in there for like, my oven was like 11 or 12 minutes because mine runs a little hot than what it actually says.
Yeah.
So, 15 minutes is a normal oven temp or time. And they'll hold their shape because you froze them beforehand.
Okay. So that's a pretty big
Yeah, I mean, and if you actually look at the cookies that I brought in, which, word of caution here, I did forget to double the sugar recipe when I doubled the cookie recipe.
So we have diet cookies.
They're diet cookies. They don't have they have half the sugar as regular cookies. That's the way I like to make my cookie. But you can actually see where I cut it.
Oh, yeah. You
I mean, it completely kept the thing. If you want to try one, you can.
I want to try one.
I'm going to get a one-armed domo. Now it's a no-armed domo. Which is not bad. But it's supposed to have 2 times the amount of sugar that it is in right now. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the cool thing is with 3D printing, you're not limited to anything. I mean, if you can design a logo or you could put like the BBcast TV logo, you could put the FabBlab or whatever.
And the cool thing about a lot of these 3D printing sorry, now we're eating while we're doing the show. A cool thing about oh gosh. The cool thing about a lot of these 3D printing programs is you can bring in like a vector file, like a PostScript file or an SVG file or an AutoCAD file, whatever. Bring it in there, extrude it, make it thick or whatever, and there's your cookie cutter. You don't have to get as detailed as I did with this one. I made like a ridge around it. I like radius some of the edges, and I was like, it's not really going to cost that much more money.
Yeah.
But it just took more time for me to do it. You don't have to do it that way. If you do have little parts like here in the middle, how I have like eyes and a mouth, you're going to have to connect those. And all I do is just put little strap things across the top to connect them up. And work out pretty well. You can see with the Rebel Alliance logo, I didn't actually whoa, that was kind of weird. I connected it all together, which is fine, but you don't really need this top part. I was just making it so it was nice for your fingers.
Yeah, kind of had to pick it up.
But you don't need that. You can do it either way, which would be actually better. And you don't need this fine edge because it doesn't actually end up really helping you any. I suggest that you stick with like a 2 millimeter thick cookie cutter, because you are pressing it in dough. You're not like trying to cut through a wall or something. So 2 millimeters is durable enough to be able to it hold up its shape. And you can see I can press on this a little bit and it does kind of flex, but it holds up its shape pretty well. And you're just pressing that down in there.
Yeah.
All that junk.
And
you can even put like a little thing across.
Eric did ask in the chat room, did we get the dough from Ponoko? Unfortunately, they sell just about everything but dough. So
yeah, and I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want to make a cookie with like 3D printed material, because that'd be kind of weird.
Yeah, but the cool thing with making with Ponoko or anywhere else, if you print it, I mean, could you print something out? It would be kind of hard on like a MakerBot or something.
Oh
right?
yeah, they make.
You can do?
They make these all the time.
Okay.
Thingiverse is full of them. Which Thingiverse.com is another good website for like a user-based community of like 3D objects.
Yep, we've used it. I mean,
that even if you don't have a 3D printer, you can go on there, download the 3D files, and get them made on Ponoko.
Yeah, or just mess around with them. Or
yeah, I mean, and it's really cool because they got some pretty cool things on there. So check it out.
Yep, and like I said, you could put anything on, within reason, anything that you really wanted. Like you could, if you wanted to make like your own custom like gingerbread men for Christmas or whatever, go for it.
The one thing that I was gonna do was finish chewing this cookie. But if we ever get a 3D scan of our face,
yeah,
I was gonna make like a shell mold, and then push it down into dough, and then freeze that and cook it, and then you'd have like little 3D models of our face.
Or you could do Jello.
Or Jello molds. Yeah.
I like that.
One material I really would like Ponoko to have for like 3D printing abilities is silicone, or kind of like a rubber.
Right, yeah.
That'd be awesome. I don't know if they have that available in the market yet, to 3D print rubber, but it would be really cool if you could do that, because a flexible mold would be awesome to be able to 3D print a flexible mold, get it, and it's ready to go. You can like make molds out of it, and pretty cool.
Just Smooth's asking how many blabs it was.
Oh yes, 4 out of 5 blabs. I know that's kind of high, and you're like, why is that so high? Mainly because it took some 3D modeling abilities of my own.
Yeah,
I made this probably more complex than what it should have been. But you really don't, need that many blabs. I just put it up there just as a word of caution, because if you hover over, it does say requires some sort of 3D modeling skills.
Yeah.
If you never touch a 3D modeling software program in your life, it will take a learning curve to get something out of it. You're not just going to go, I made something, yay! Yeah. But yeah, check out the AutoCAD 123D, Autodesk 123D. Pretty cool program. It's free, which is always good. Yeah. And you also get access to AutoCAD's
design,
Autodesk 3D model library,
and which they have a bunch of. Can't you direct upload to Ponoko or something through there?
It's something like that, yeah. But it's pretty cool, and check it out. So, yeah, I guess you can email us at fab@pbcasttv.com. Email us like show suggestions. We're only doing them once a month, and we are doing theme shows. This is the 1 month show that was really not themed. Which September, I mean, I guess you could have done like some kind of like
fall, but then you got like other fall
I don't know,
months.
whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
But yeah, like October is going to be a Halloween themed episode, which we already got one for October. But like November, December, January, February, March, April, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, if you have like a theme for any month, go ahead and send it in.
Just give us any month of the year, and we'll look at it, and just give us an idea of something that would be in that month that kind of ties it together to that month. Check it out. Send us your suggestions, and we will send you a
FabBlab.
Nice little FabLab dongle keychain. I don't like saying dongle.
Weird.
I've been using mine all the time.
Yeah, mine stays on my keys all the time too.
Because I like it because it kind of like buffers your keys to your butt or your side or whatever. and you don't end up getting them like stabbed in your like leg all the time.
Yeah.
Kind of softens up your pocket a little.
Now, one more thing. Well, not really the first time, but the first time that Jacob and I have both been on the mobile broadcast, everything, we're hitting up Mini Maker Faire next week in Atlanta. So if you like all this cool maker stuff, I mean, it's not exactly, I mean, it's going to be probably more large scale than what we do on Ponoko most of the time, but we'll have live coverage from like morning. It starts pretty early in the morning, like at 8 or 9, I think, sometime around there. It is Eastern time, by the way, all the way till, maybe into the afternoon. And the cool thing is we're going to have pre-recorded content that we're going to both kind of air on our live coverage, and also that may go out on our YouTube channel. And I'm sure that we'll feature that maybe next month in the Ponoko thing, because I know Ponoko, they've actually partnered for the big Maker Faire out in California, and is it Detroit that they have one? I don't know. Maybe that's a Mini Maker Faire. Anyway, but they're all over, and it's the first year in Atlanta, and I contacted the guy, and he was really happy to have us, out there covering it for him. So
yeah, so check that out. That's going to be
September 10th.
Yeah, September 10th,
right?
Which is a Saturday.
Yeah. So if you're normally it's going to be like kind of in the spot of one of our normal shows.
Yeah.
So if you show up, if you're used to showing up, it won't be hard. But
you'll see us in the middle. But if you want to join us for all day, tune in.
Exactly.
It's going to be like 8 Eastern time.
I'm thinking it's going to be 8 Eastern time to maybe like around lunchtime or even later.
Or later than that. Yeah. So check it out. And it should be fun. That's going to be called PB to go, actually.
Yeah, Jeff, so I got the logos.
We got that set up. So
and stay tuned to pbcasttv.com. We're kind of kind of still iffy because this is our first year, and I didn't want to pressure them, so we don't have all the information, but that will go up on our website pretty soon. So make sure to check that out.
Yeah, and you can follow me on Twitter with freaking huge FREAKINHUGE. Or my personal blog, jacobroberts.me, where I don't update it at all. No, I keep saying this every single show. I'm going to try to start updating it more. I just have to get through this crazy, ridiculously involved thing that I'm doing at work, and then I'll be able to get more onto it.
Yes.
And jacobroberts.me/plus for my Google Plus account.
Yes, and you can follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/thatnickjones. nickjones.me is my blog, and thanks to everyone who's added me on Google Plus. I am once I get 4 more followers, I'll be 100 followers away to having, or circled, whatever you want to call them, to my Twitter account. And I've been on Twitter since like late 2008, and I've had a Google Plus account, like 2 months or however long it's been out, and I've almost equaled my Twitter followers.
Yeah, like people will.
It's weird. There's a lot more interaction, and it's just
like people will add me on Google Plus. I don't even know who they are. And there's like some local people that have been adding me.
I think it's that nearby feature in the app or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. But,
and so yeah, check that out.
And I've been having a lot of fun, and making some new, relationships or whatever. So if you guys are on Google Plus,
yeah,
another great way to get in contact with us.
So yeah. Also follow PBcast TV at PBcast TV on Twitter.
Another great way.
Of course, our website, pbcasttv.com.
Yes.
So I guess until next time.
I'm Nick Jones.
I'm Jacob Roberts.
And this has been another cookied
episode. A crumbly episode.
Crumbly, okay, better. FabBlab.
Yeah. See you guys.
Now, what starts with the letter C? Cookie starts with C. Let's think of other things that starts with C. Who cares about other things? C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. C is for cookie. That's good.
Oh.